What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the CaliKidOfficial Podcast. This is episode number 39, so let's get right into it. So this past week, we finally got the winners of the 2020 BET Hip Hop Awards. So for Hip Hop Artist of the Year, the winner of this was Meg Thee Stallion. Within this category, you had DaBaby, Drake, Future, Lil Baby, and Roddy Ricch. Personally, Lil Baby should have won this because his album, I believe he's the only album to go platinum this year, and has remained at #1 for several weeks. Roddy Ricch, his hit single "The Box" also did very well. So I think this was kind of like some politic, like a politic type of choice, because she had a great year, but it wasn't as big as Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch. But moving on from that into best hip hop video, we had the Bout, Rockstar, Tootsie Slide, Life is Good, The Bigger Picture, and The Box. The winner of this was Life is Good by Future and Drake. Future and Drake. I mean, I guess personally, from like a visual aesthetic, The Box was better. Bout was cool too, with the whole choreography aspect to it with the Jabberwockies. But Drake and Future won this one. Song of the Year, we have Bout, Life is Good, Rockstar, Savage remix, The Box, Tootsie Slide. That one went to Roddy Ricch. That was well deserved. Hip Hop Album of the Year, DaBaby, Blame It on Baby, DaBaby, Kirk. He got 2 albums on here. Future, High Off Life, Lil Baby, My Turn, Meg Thee Stallion, Sugar, and Roddy Ricch, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. That one went to Roddy Ricch as well. I mean, Lil Baby's, I believe, stayed #1 more than Roddy Ricch, but both of those would have been deserving of that award. So I understand why they gave it to Roddy Ricch. So that was cool. He got 2 so far. Best Collaboration, Rockstar, Life is Good, What's Poppin' remix, Savage remix, Hot Girl Summer, Ballin'. They gave it to Meg and Beyonce for the Savage remix. Best Duo or Group, Chris Brown and Young Thug, City Girls, Earth Gang, Jack Boys, Migos, Run the Jewels. Went to Chris Brown and Young Thug. They put out some pretty dope visuals, so the other people on this list hasn't really done anything. They've been pretty much quiet, so that's probably why they ran away with this one. Best New Hip Hop Artist, Flo Milli, Jack Harlow, Mulatto, NLE Choppa, Pop Smoke, Rod Wave. Went to Pop Smoke, very well deserving. Also 50 Cent kept his promise. If the BET Awards were functioning how they normally would, he would have been able to take Pop Smoke Mother there, to get his award. So that's dope. That's dope. Best Live Performer, Big Sean, DaBaby, Drake, Meg Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, Travis Scott. They gave it to Travis Scott. I mean, it hasn't been that many live performances due to what's going on, but he did have that Fortnite performance, which was like pretty cool. Lyricist of the Year, Big Sean, DaBaby, Drake, J. Cole, Meg Thee Stallion, Rhapsody. Rhapsody win. She finally getting some much needed recognition. She can rap her ass off, I tell you that. So, shout out to her. Video Director of the Year, Cactus Jack and White Trash Tyler. That's a wild name. Cole Bennett, Colin Tilley, Dave Myers, Director X, Tiana Spike T. Taylor. So Tiana Taylor is picking up the Video Director Award. She got one here. DJ of the Year, Chase B, D Nice, DJ Drama, Envy, Khaled, Mustard. Went to D Nice, probably because he the work he was doing on Instagram Live, putting on shows on Instagram Live and stuff like that. So shout out to him. Producer of the Year, Ninth Wonder, Khaled, Hit Boy, Justin May, Mike Will Made It, Mustard, Hit Boy, picked up the award. Hustler of the Year, Cardi B, Khaled, Jay-Z, Meg Thee Stallion, Rick Ross, Travis Scott. That was, so they gave it to Meg on that one. Let's see. I mean, I guess, because in terms of music success, she had a bigger year than the other artists. Best Hip Hop Platform: Complex, Hip Hop DX, Hot New Hip Hop, The Breakfast Club, The Joe Budden Podcast, The Shade Room, XXL. Joe Budden Podcast won that. Shout out to them. They be having me dying on there. Sweet 16 Best Featured Verse: Beyonce Savage Remix. Bia Best on Earth with Russ. Writing on the Wall, Roses Remix. Rockstar Hot Remix. That one went to Meg and Beyonce again. Impact Track: Anderson .Paak and J-Rock Lockdown. BLM Remix: Snow on the Bluff, The Bigger Picture. Afeni Sue Me. That one went to Lil Baby, The Bigger Picture. That was a pretty dope tune, but Lil Baby pretty much said he was one and done with that. Best International Flow: Meryl from France, Karis from France, Nasty C from South Africa, Calligraph Jones from Kenya, Stormzy from UK, Miss Banks from UK, Jonga from Brazil. Stormzy won that. Calligraph Jones, he be spitting. I've recently started reacting to some of his material, and he showcases a lot of versatility. He can switch up his flow and everything. And on one of the songs, he did like some R&B like harmonizing too. I think it was on the song Superman. But shout out to Stormzy. He got himself into some type of beef with another UK artist by the name of Chip and getting at him crazy. But Stormzy basically took the high roll and he's not really responding to it. But so yeah, those were the winners of the 2020 BET Hip Hop Awards. So that's that. But moving on from that, we also get the second season date for Versus, and it's going to begin with T.I. versus Jeezy, the battle of two of trap music's pioneers. You know, the Snowman versus the Rubber Band Man is set to take place November 19th, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So this should be a pretty interesting matchup. Pretty interesting. Both of them got some dope records. So it's always going to come down to how you play your records with these. That's how it always comes down to. So this should be pretty interesting. I know Busta Rhymes wanted to get at T.I. and they was going back and forth in terms of playful jokes about each other, which was funny. T.I. called him a Ninja Turtle out the shell. Busta Rhymes was like, "It's okay that you respectfully backed out of the challenge. You didn't want the smoke." So that part right there, that shit was funny, but that should be pretty cool. I know I saw some comments. People was like, "Oh, what if they had Gucci versus Jeezy?" I don't think that would be a very good idea, because what happens if Gucci Man plays the song The Truth? I don't think he would be petty like that, but what if he played that song, damn boy? Man, especially with that line in there about digging up your dead partner. That should be crazy, but just gonna have to wait and see with that. But moving on from that into sports, so the Dodgers won the World Series over the Rays. It went 6 games. Game 1, the Dodgers won 8-3. Game 2, the Rays won 6-4. Game 3, the Dodgers won 6-2. The Rays won Game 4 8-7. Game 5, the Dodgers won 4-2. And Game 6, the Dodgers brought it home and won 3-1. So two of the Los Angeles professional sports teams took home the title this year. The other being the Los Angeles Lakers. So you know that was pretty cool, especially everything that's taking place, you know, in that city. You know, with Nip dying, with Kobe dying, just a bunch of craziness going on. But that was pretty cool. But there was a bit of controversy around the Dodgers winning. One of their players by the name of Justin Turner apparently had contracted COVID, and rather than staying away, he wanted to celebrate with his teammates. It did show him with a mask on, but, you know, there's going to be some scrutiny with that. But moving on from that into the upcoming bout with Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. This is going to be a very eventful affair. It's going to be for the WBA Super Featherweight and WBA Lightweight World Championships. Tank Davis is coming in with a record of 23-0, 22 knockouts. That's 96% KO percentage. So basically every fight ends in a KO. Versus Leo Santa Cruz with 37 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie, 19 KOs. He has a 49% knockout ratio. Jervante is 5'5", Santa Cruz is 5'7", so he got a height advantage. But you know, when you're lower center of mass, it kind of gives you an advantage too, because you don't have to duck down and hit your opponent. Tank came in weighing in at 134, Santa Cruz at 129. Tank has a 67-inch reach versus Cruz with a 69-inch reach. So he has a 2-inch reach advantage and a 2-inch height advantage. So it's a possibility that the Cruz team strategy might be to attack Tank at a distance. So that should be pretty interesting. And then Tank is southpaw and Leo is orthodox. So opposite fighting styles. Tank is 25 and Cruz is 32. So a 7-year age difference. And it's set to take place at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I can't wait for that. That's going to be dope. That's going to be a dope fight. And we also get an update on the Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones exhibition bout. From what I've heard, instead of it being, you know, the regular 3-minute rounds, it's been reduced to 2 minutes. I'm guessing because they've been out of boxing for so long. But normally 2-minute rounds are reserved for women boxers. And both Mike and Roy Jones had some feelings towards that. They're not really too happy about that, but you know, it is what it is. But the bout is set to take place November 28th, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Staples Center. Other fights that's going to be on this card, we get Jake Paul going up against Nate Robinson. That's a bit of a mismatch. Nate Robinson is very short compared to Jake Paul. But we'll just have to see with that. That's going to be crazy. We get Badou Jack versus Blake McKernan and Vidal Riley versus Rashad Coulter. I think Vidal Riley was like the trainer of KSI. So this should be pretty interesting. And the Tyson and Jones bout will be for a newly made title called the WBC Frontline Championship. I guess it was just specially made for this event. I'm going to put a picture of what the belt actually looks like on the screen. But yeah, so we get two bouts. I'm still wondering what's going to happen with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. You know, ever since the second fight, there's been a lot of unanswered questions like when are they going to fight again. I know there's a possibility that some type of lawsuit or something is coming down the line because Fury has been pretty much accused of cheating. The medical records from Deontay Wilder suggest that he was hit with a blunt force object, which resulted in dents within his cranium. So, and you know, you can't cause that with a fist. So there's that whole controversy behind that. But moving on from that into a bit of news. So apparently the Trump administration were trying to conduct some type of ad campaign, is reportedly for $250 million that was going to use celebrities, I guess, to try to like uplift the people due to the COVID and stuff like that. And it's basically been made public recently. So it says Jennifer Lopez, Judd Apatow, and George Lopez were among those who did not pass political muster, according to documents obtained by House Democrats. A top Trump administration official inserted partisan political interests into a $250 million advertising contract awarded just weeks before the election to defeat despair and inspire hope amid the coronavirus pandemic, going so far as to exclude celebrities seen as critical of President Trump or his policies. That's very tyrannical behavior. According to documents obtained by Democratic House lawmakers, in a letter to Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar, 3 high-ranking Democrats wrote that documents showed that HHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs Michael Caputo sought to use a taxpayer-funded campaign to boost the president only weeks ahead of his re-election bid. So you was going to use taxpayer money to, in other words, perpetrate a fraud, in that you're going to use the money to pay these celebrities to endorse you. Because otherwise, why would it cost $250 million to launch an ad campaign? During a September meeting, for instance, he proposed that one of the themes be helping the president will help the country, according to one document they obtained from a contractor. The documents show that Trump political appointees and the contractors they hire also vetted celebrities for the public health campaign based on whether they had ever criticized the president or supported former President Barack Obama, gay rights, or same-sex marriage. Of at least 274 celebrities under consideration, only 10 appear to have been approved, according to a document the lawmakers obtained. So yeah, this is like some tyrannical shit. Basically, you're just going to bribe them with money to endorse you, because you've been doing a shit job as a president in terms of this pandemic that you've bundled, and it's been resulted in, you know, hundreds of thousands of people losing their lives because you didn't take it serious. Among those who did not make the cut were actress Jennifer Lopez, because she had criticized the president's immigration policies at her Super Bowl performance. Director Judd Apatow, because he believes Trump does not have the intellectual capacity to run as president. I mean, some of the decisions he's been making has been mind-boggling. And singer-songwriter Billie Eilish, described as not a Trump supporter, and notes she described Trump as destroying our country and everything we care about, according to a document that outlines issues with numerous celebrities under consideration for the campaign. So basically, he was looking for a bunch of yes men and women, which is what he has in his administration. And a lot of the people within his administration have been put in prison due to corruption and a whole bunch of other shit. So that's why he's trying his damnedest to be re-elected, because if he isn't, he's going to be facing jail time for his actions, as well as the actions of those, you know, that did things on his behalf. So that's what this really is about. It says none of the celebrity PSAs went live and the campaign is under review at HHS. The Democrats' letter also cites an email that shows government officials encouraged Atlas Research, which Politico reported won a $15 million contract as part of the campaign to select certain subcontractors, including DD&T, a company run by Den Talmer, who Caputo has worked with in the past. This raises serious questions about whether there has been a violation of federal contracting law related to conflicts of interest, the lawmakers write. It absolutely is a conflict of interest. You're using taxpayer money to fund your own campaign instead of using your own money. That's basically like embezzling funds, because those funds are supposed to be used for the country, not for your benefit, which is what that money was going to be used for. Caputo declined to comment on the allegations. The Buffalo businessman began a 60-day leave of absence in September after he urged Trump supporters to prepare for an armed insurrection and accused scientists in his agency of sedition during a Facebook Live event. He has since said he was diagnosed with cancer and is undergoing treatment. So basically, he's saying he attributed what he said to him dealing with the stress of being diagnosed with cancer. The HHS campaign is not the only such administration effort to become overtly partisan. Earlier this week, Trump's Interior Secretary David Bernhardt shared a video that flashed stunning images of birds, mountains, and plains over text hailing President Trump for preserving the awesome majesty of God's great creation. Yeah, that is propaganda. In the case of the HHS campaign, the documents indicate that career staff members at the FDA, as well as contractor employees, tried to push back on some of the efforts by Caputo and his associates because of concerns about the appropriateness of making a health campaign overly partisan. Yeah, that's exactly what was going on. Like, man, politics is dirty. Let's see here. The plan has always been to only use materials reviewed by a department-wide team of experts. The same document indicates that singer-songwriter Christina Aguilera is an Obama-supporting Democrat and a gay rights-supporting liberal. Singer Adam Levine is a liberal Democrat who supports Obama and fights for gay rights. Singer-songwriter Justin Timberlake publicly endorsed Obama and supports gay marriage. Actor Johnny Depp appears to be aligned with the liberal left. And actor Jack Black is known to be a classic Hollywood liberal. So basically, they sifted through all these celebrities and didn't like the side that they represented. So they were only, their selection was reduced to a handful of people, or should I say 2 handfuls of people. Because it was only, I think, what, 10 out of 274? That's what it said. This shit is crazy. Yeah, 10 out of 274. Shit is crazy. George Lopez PSA not moving forward due to previous concerns regarding his comments regarding the president. Yeah, he wanted a bunch of bootlickers and ass kissers and yes men and yes women. And it backfired. The administration ultimately approved only 10 celebrities to participate in a PSA program. Actor Dennis Quaid, gospel singer CeCe Winans, singer Mark Anthony, Hasidic singer Shulem Lemur, Dr. Oz, Billy Ray Cyrus, Miranda Lambert, who else? Garth Brooks, Dwayne Wade, and singer Enrique Iglesias. So yeah, it says Dwayne Wade and singer Enrique Iglesias. 3 of them sat for interviews about aspects of the pandemic, which were to be used in the ad campaign, but as of October 1st, all had withdrawn their consent for those interviews to be used according to a document included in the letter. Yeah, I bet, because they didn't want the backlash for supporting Trump. The document also includes a column about the targeted demographic that celebrities would reach. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. They use celebrities to endorse their message and in turn get their fans and supporters to endorse whatever it is that they're pushing as well. Beyonce, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, Aguilera, Depp, Jennifer Lawrence, Brad Pitt, Cardi B, and Eminem are among those who officials said could target super spreaders. Basically, their rabid fan bases. Although it is unclear how they made such determinations. Atlas brought on 2 other subcontractors in addition to DD&T at the government's encouragement. Atlas president Mark Chichester wrote that he did due diligence on all of them, but he was unable to find much information. Of DD&T, he wrote, could find nothing at all on DD&T Group as a corporate entity, which I understand is an LLC platform owned by Deontay, a Russian. So basically, the president of the United States is colluding with Russia to win the election again, which is what they did the first time around. You need to be put in prison because you are partnering with foreign assets that had a hand in hacking the election the first time, pretty much. This isn't the first time that the Trump campaign and Trump administration has been linked to Russian assets. Shit is crazy, man. Russian-born business associate of Caputos, who was a co-founder of the apparently defunct Bondfield platform. Chichester wrote that each of the other two subcontractors looked like a one-man shop. So it looked like a bunch of fraud and bullshit going on. Let's see what people are saying. They couldn't even get Ted Nugent, K-Rock, or Chichi. Sad. Anything connected to Trump always appears to trace back to Russia. There should be a few indictments and trials for abuse of office and defrauding the U.S. government. And we all know the White House is connected to this. Yeah. So this entire situation is crazy. The election is a couple of days away. So, and it's already a bunch of shenanigans going on. But we'll just have to see how this plays out going forward. But that's going to pretty much do it for this week's podcast. I appreciate you all for tuning in. If you're listening on Anchor, Spotify, and everywhere else, I appreciate you all for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you all as well. Next Friday, I will be debuting another song off of my upcoming album, Magnum Opus. The name of the song is called 6-Minute Interlude. So you guys can set the reminder for that. That will be next Friday. At 8 a.m. So be on the lookout for that. Also already have some merch for my album on my website as well. The link for that will be in the description. This is one of the t-shirts. This is actually for one of the songs called Third Eye. This is the name of the song that you usually hear on the beginning of my reaction videos, and you hear at the end of this podcast. So that's that. But until then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and peace.